Hello folks and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your stimulus check update, stimulus package update and news report for January 18th. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Now we have a lot of news to cover in this video. According to CBS News, here's when you could get a $1,400 check. You guys have to know that I'm still doing an Amazon gift card giveaway. This Friday I'll be announcing the winners of a $100 free Amazon gift card. And if you want to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel. Click the notifications bell, give this video a like, leave a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts on Joe Biden. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support, and I want to do my best in giving back to my community. So be sure to enter the giveaway, it's free.
The year looks actually very good, especially when you compare it on a year-over-year basis to last year, and that's a lot of comparisons are done that way. But the reality is we had a remarkable recovery last year. A lot of that had to do with eliminating the lockdown restrictions that really knocked the economy for a loop back in March and April. And once the restrictions were lifted, it was kind of we all had cabin fever, and the best way to get out of cabin fever is to get out of the cabin and go shopping. But in addition to that, there's a lot of government checks sent out. This time around, we're going to get even a bigger round of checks. Last time it was $1,200 per person. This time around, it's going to be something in the order of $2,000. Some checks have already gone out for $600, and there's another $1,200 likely to go out once Biden is in the White House.
Now, President-elect Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion relief plan proposes a third round of stimulus checks of $1,400 to most Americans. Yet while that could extend a helping hand to millions of households still suffering from the pandemic and economic fallout, it could be months until the payments arrive. That's according to several analysts. The relief package's price tag is likely to face pushback from Republican lawmakers, who last year resisted Democratic efforts to pass a $2 trillion bill. In regards to Joe Biden's plan for unemployment benefits, while his stimulus plan would enact $400 in weekly federal unemployment benefits all the way to September 2021. Biden said during a speech on Thursday, this gets money quickly into the pockets of millions of Americans who will spend it immediately on food, rent, and other basic needs. Now before we get into the video, I want to know your thoughts on President-elect Joe Biden in the comments down below. Do you think that Joe Biden will pass the $2,000 checks that he promised us?
Brian Brentberg, jump in here. The Wall Street Journal editorial page writes this, that the Biden proposal is $1,400 checks for most Americans, quote, most of whom have jobs. The Journal editorial points out that's going to cost $400 billion or so with almost no larger economic benefit.
Yeah, Ed, I'm going to talk about the cash argument. You know, the markets are so excited about government cash coming their way. Obviously, Goldman Sachs raises its forecast. But at some level, you have to ask the question, you know, is the government cash strategy sustainable? I think most people who look at the situation objectively say, no, it's not. And
Ed Mills, an analyst with investment bank Raymond James, told CBS News the market is back to an expectation that more fiscal stimulus is all but inevitable in the early days of the Biden administration. While we anticipate that additional fiscal support remains likely, the timing and scope are very much in flux. Chief among the other issues are whether Republican lawmakers would support the package, or if the Biden administration would eventually tackle its spending priorities by breaking apart the spending proposals into two bills. Economic analysts report that there's an 85% chance that a scaled-down package will be passed in the first 3 months of 2021. That's because of the ongoing support for additional direct aid to households. Checks are likely to be included in that smaller package. Ed Mills said, "We believe that there is support for a smaller package that includes the $1,400 checks, more healthcare funding, support for small businesses, and some state and local aid." Everybody tell me in the comments down below, do you support a third stimulus check of $2,000? Let me know down in the comments. As for your unemployment benefits, one state of Pennsylvania, they're set to pay out an extra $300 in unemployment benefits to some residents. Thousands of Pennsylvanians are starting to receive an extra $300 per week in unemployment benefits.
by the way, people don't change their behavior that much based on one-time cash payments. They look ahead at permanent income, and the future of this country from a policy perspective doesn't look like more and more growth. It looks like more and more regulation. So Ed, can you speak to that more cash argument for the market going up and why that might be very short-sighted, if you agree with that?
127,000 claimants in the unemployment compensation and extended benefits programs were eligible for the $300 boost starting on January 12, 2021. That's according to the Department of Labor and Industry. The money comes from extension of the federal pandemic unemployment compensation program. Meanwhile, state officials said they are still waiting for guidance from the federal government on the pandemic emergency unemployment compensation and pandemic unemployment assistance programs, which were extended through the federal government stimulus package. PUA and PUC claimants are currently unable to file for weeks after December 26th. And no timeline has been provided by the Federal Labor Department about when guidance will be finalized.
Well, there's no precedent for what we're seeing. I mean, there's no precedent, at least in our lifetimes, for this kind of pandemic situation, and there's no precedent for the lockdown recession, and there's no precedent for the extraordinary amount of cash stimulus that's been provided by a combination of fiscal and monetary policies. Some people call this modern monetary theory. It's basically fiscal and monetary policies gone wild, responding to the virus crisis with unprecedented amount of stimulus. And the reality is, I mean, the facts on the ground are that it did work last year. It was so much cash that, yeah, some of it was saved, but a lot of it was spent. And I think another round of cash that's even more than last time will also have a stimulative impact. The question is, have we discovered free money? Why not more? Why even pay taxes?
Now regarding to the SSI and SSDI payments. Within strict limits, Social Security disability insurance payments will stop if you're engaged in what Social Security calls substantial gainful activity. SGA, as is known, is defined in 2021 as earning more than $1,310 a month. If your income exceeds those caps, you cannot collect disability benefits unless you are taking part in one of Social Security's work incentives, which are aimed at helping SSDI recipients transition back into the workforce without sacrificing their benefits.
Let's not pay taxes. Let's just borrow the money. Obviously, there's got to be some crazy limit to what we're doing here. And I think that the risks we're taking is a melt up in the stock market, which is great on the way up.
Now that is all the news in today's video. I hope everyone found this video useful. And if you did, feel free to give my channel a like, subscribe to my channel, and give this video a like. Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, stay safe and have a great day.